Hello, Nintendo Chit Chatters. I'm Eddy Ray for NintendoChitChat.com. Welcome to RPG Maker Fes on the Nintendo 3DS. This is more of our tutorial videos. Shoutouts to NIS America for providing a copy of the game. Make sure you guys blast the like button, leave some more comments, tips, and suggestions, and make sure you guys help each other in the comments as well. If you have some ideas or some answers to people's questions, please drop some comments below all of our videos here. Lots of people have questions. I'm trying my best to answer those as best as I can, as much as I know. So here we go. In this video today, guys, we will be showing you how to have characters substituted out in the player's party and also rejoin the player's party too. So our last tutorial video showed you how to have a character join your party in game, but today it's substituting out characters and having someone rejoin your party who was already in your party. Pretty cool, right? So make sure you guys watch. We'll go through it here step by step, and let's do it. Alright, so again, in your database, that's where you go. You want to have your characters that you want to swap in and out or joining your party. So we have a test character, we have Radith from our other video of joining our party. Then we have a new character we imported. This is sample data. This is Julia. So make sure, a little tip for you guys, make sure you use the sample data available in the game. There's sample data for weapons and armor and defense and treasure chests and inns and towns and players and spells. So use all of those sample data, look through them, see how they work, and kind of reverse engineer them and decorate them or kind of convert them into your own for your game. Alright, so here we have Julia. Head back here. Alright, let's go to our map here. I have a couple of different scenarios set up here in the town. Actually, I think it's the village. It's in the village, yep. Alright, here we go, in the village. Alright, so we have Radith over here and Julia, and we have Radith over here and Julia. Here's our initial start point on the map. And in this scenario up here, this is where you're going to have a character substitute out one for the other. Over here, this scenario will be having one character substitute out for the other, and then allowing you to rejoin with the other character, giving you two characters at once, which is pretty cool. Before we show you that, though, let's actually test play this. We can go right into there to test play, actually be easier. There we go. And we'll do both scenarios test played, and we'll go through each one and show you all of the pages, how it's set up. From the beginning, here we go. Alright, here is Radith. And you guys can look above me here on the screen here. This is the event execute log, so you can see how everything is listed here, how everything is set up. So we have some text from Radith here. The event message, that was the first thing to happen. So now here is the yes or no and branch control. If we hit no, of course, you'll see what happens. Well, then you know where to find me. Another message plays, and you can walk away. Okay? But let's hit yes. So it repeats. We'll hit yes. Substitute member. One more message from Radith. And then switch turns off. So Radith disappears from here. And now he's in our party officially. And don't worry about the player icon graphic change. And I didn't actually have them matched. I apologize. But for you guys, for your own games, make sure they do match. But for tutorial purposes, don't worry about it. The biggest worry about is how these things work, right? Okay. So now we have Radith. Now we're going to substitute out with Julia here. So here we go. Alright, so after the switch, our next event message here is this. Hello, I'm ready to join battle. What do you say? Hit the A button. We'll say yes. Excellent. You will not regret it. So the next thing that occurred was a message. And then thanks for nothing. You see there was a switch there. That message came through from Radith. It's a little bit of dialogue back and forth between players. And now Radith is gone. And all we have here is Julia. So there's a couple ways to do this, guys. If you want to have the players substitute out like that, now Radith is no longer here or available in the game. What you could do is create a new event with Radith or your character who was just substituted out and place him a little bit later on in the game, maybe a different village or area within your overworld map, and then you can actually have him rejoin you if you wanted to. I wouldn't do it in the same village though, but I'll show you after this what we can do. Alright, so let's back out of here. Force quit. Cool. Let's show you how this works. Alright, so we'll go into the event edit. Edit him. All right, so there's 2 pages with Radith here. We have our event name, our graphic. Here is the most important part, the event content. All right, the first thing is we have a message with some dialogue. That's what we saw come up earlier. There it is. Hello, I'm ready to join battle. What do you say? Yes or no. And that's what we have here. That's branch control. And I'll show you where to find this. Quick little insert here. You do the branch control right over here, little icon there. This is where you'll find your yes/no branch control. There it is. Create a branch based on a yes or no answer. Branches of up to 6 levels can be created. Cool. So that's that. Now, in the case the person selects yes, we have this. This is where Radith gets added to the party. It says replace, but if you click on it, you have this check marked as add. That means whichever character you choose will be added to the party, which we saw in the first video on adding characters to your party. There we go. So he's added. Perfect. All right. And then here is a message after he's added. He pretty much thanks you. He says, excellent, you will not regret it. Cool. All right. Now we have a switch here. You can name these switches if you want to. I just go by numerical order. Okay. I'll show you what that switch does in a moment. All right, and then we have, in the case of no, we have a little message here. He says, well then, you know where to find me. And his face is kind of like, kind of surprised and kind of like a little bit angry or sad. I don't quite know. He's kind of shocked by your answer saying no. All right. Cool, so that's all of that. And that's on page 1. Now page 2, no graphic is chosen. We have pass judgment unchecked. That way, when the switch turns on, he will no longer appear on the map and you can move through the area he once was. And you see that switch from page 1. We now have page conditions. We have switch 1 is on. That will activate this page, and that's the condition for the page. Now, if you don't quite know, the way you add pages here is by highlighting, of course, page 1. If you only have one page, hit the A button, and you can add page. You can also copy, replace, and delete pages too, just as easy. Cool. So on this page 2, there's no event content. It's just a switch, no graphic, and pass judgment there is not checked. Okay, so that's all for Radith here. Now let's move on to Julia. And again, this whole scenario here is where she gets substituted in for Radith. So we have her icon set. Here's the event content, the most important part. Same thing as Radith, we have our message from her this time. Her graphic is chosen. Hello, I'm ready to join battle. What do you say? Yes or no. You choose your branch control and those options I showed you earlier. Now, in the case of yes, you have the substitute part here. And I'll show you that really quick. So you find all of this right here in the status control. Okay? So you click on status control, go down here, and it's substitute member. That is the option you want for having players added or substituted in and out of the party. That is that option. Cool. So in this scenario, if the person selects yes, we have it set up so we're going to have Radith removed out of the party. So we have, instead of add, we have remove checkmarked. Perfect. Then one more of this status control. For substitute, we have Julia selected here out of the characters we have in our game. Awesome. And she will be added in. So Radith out, Julia in. Pretty simple. All right. Then she has a little message. Here's some dialogue we put in. You can add title screens, subtitles, or sound effects and music. You can really kind of decorate this whole thing up if you wanted to, guys. So it's really up to you on your details for this particular kind of event to take place. All right, now we have a switch number 2. Same thing that happens for Radith. So when she's added to the party, she will eventually disappear from where she was and be added into her party. And of course, a little message here from her saying thanks for nothing. Actually, this is from Radith. I added in some dialogue from Radith too. So the way you do that is by selecting his graphic, matching his graphic to the character in your game. And I added in his dialogue here, thanks for nothing. So it's kind of funny, some dialogue. she's being swapped in for him. He's kind of feeling left out, saying, hey, thanks for nothing, right? Okay. In the case of no, Julia will say, well then, you know where to find me. Pretty straightforward. All right. That's all on page 1. Now page 2, where we have no graphic for her, pass-through judgments off, no event content, and of course her switch is switch number 2. It is on, and there we go. And we'll test play everything for you one more time for this scenario, guys. Again, this scenario is having a member of your party substituting out for another member to join your party, okay? All right. Go over here. Hello, I'm ready to join battle. What do you say? Yes. Cool. Hello, I'm ready to join battle. What do you say? You could add a third line of text letting the player know. You could say, like, I want to switch places with Radith. What do you say? Or something like that. So it kind of clues the person in on, hey, this could be a potential swapping of characters in the game. Right? So let your player know what you're going to be doing. Otherwise, it could be a big surprise for them while they're playing your game. All right, so we'll select yes. Make sure you guys are watching all of the events take place up here as well, so you can see the order of them. There we go. Thanks for nothing. And she's with us now. Pretty cool. And again, I know the graphics aren't quite matching. Don't worry about it. Not the big deal. But you see, Radith is no longer here. So like I said, you could then create another event with Radith in another town or something somewhere with some dialogue saying, hey, I saw you at this town here. You didn't want me there, so I'm back here. Do you want me now? Something like that. Give me some ideas, okay? Cool. Now, that's all taken care of. That's substitution of characters in your party. Let's test play the other scenario here of having somebody rejoin your party, okay? From the beginning. All right, so here is Radith. Sure. All right, here. So nothing out of the ordinary here. We have a player joining our party. Cool. Oh, there's Julia. Let's see here. Hello, I'm ready to join battle. What do you say? I say yes. Excellent. Thanks for nothing. Okay, now we have Julia here. Same as before, but look what happens. With some playing of switches and adding of the events, look, Radith is right back up here where he was from the start. So we originally got Radith to join our party from here. He was with us down to here. We got Julia now with her party, substituting out for Radith, and Radith is back where he very much started from the game. But now his text is different. It says, can I join now? Sure. Okay. Knew you would be back. Now we have both characters playing with us, all right? And again, guys, you got up to 4 people in your party max for your game. So there you go. Now, hopefully you're watching some of the switches up here too, and some of the events take place. The switch, messages, substitutions, things like that. Let's go and break it down for you. All right, so this all takes place over here. Let's look at Radith really quick. And you'll notice here he has 4 pages, okay? So the first couple pages are the same as before, pretty much. We'll show you the event content here really quick. Here's a message, your yes or no branch, replacing Radith, his message, the switch to remove him from the map, the no message, that's all the same, okay? And number 2 is the same, the switch is there, no event content, the past judgment is unchecked, okay? But now look at page 3. His graphic is back, okay? And there's some new event content here. All right, so now we have the message here. This variable actually doesn't need to be here, actually. I was playing with things earlier, and we can get rid of that. There we go. Perfect. Let me just say that for you guys really quick. Cool. Sorry about that. There we go. Edit event. All right, event content. So here we go. So the message is, can I join now? That's the first thing to be activated here for this event. And then you have the yes or no branch. Now, here's your substitution again, guys. So here we have replace. Now in this case, you're adding him back into the party from this page, okay? So we have Radith selected. We've added there. Cool. All right, here's his message saying, Knew you'd be back. Confirming, hey, I knew you would definitely come back for me. Now we have a switch to number 4. Okay? Now, of course, the no message here, stop wasting my time. If you would have said no, he says stop wasting my time. Pretty funny. Alright, let's show you where the other switch is at here. Alright, so switch 4 is for here, having him removed from the map after he gets back into your party. So no event content, pass your judgments off, and switch 4 is for here. Okay? Perfect. Let's back out here. Now let's look at Julia. We'll edit her. Cool. So here's her event content. Go to Edit, Event. Alright, so in case of yes, of course replacing Radith, he gets removed. You've seen that. Julia is added. Message, she has her message here. We've all saw this before from the substitution. Alright, her switch 2. And there's him saying thanks for nothing. Switch 3. And then in case if you say no for here, she says, well then, you know where to find me. Perfect. Head back. Let's look at page 2. Edit. Alright, event content, no. Pass your judgments off. And we have switch number 2 is on. Okay? Now where was switch number 2? Now, of course, that was for here, right? Yep. Okay, good. So you see how that's all broken down? Let's save this and test to show you guys how it works again, okay? So go through everything here for the test play. What's cool with test playing is you can actually see how everything's taking place with the event log, the execute log, from the beginning. So hopefully this makes sense. Kind of going through some of the same repetitions of order of events here quickly because they're the same kind of thing we already went through. I don't want to go through it 3 or 4 times in a row for you guys. Alright, so we have... Here's Radith. I say yes. Cool. And again, so we have the yes or no, substitute, and message that switches off. He disappears from there. And here is Julia. Her message, yes or no branch. Substitution. The switch is on or off. There we go. And there he is again. Can I join now? That's his message. And you can say yes. He'll be back. Substitution member. Bring him back into the party. And there you go. So it's a lot of the same setup as we had other players over here for substitution, which is a little bit added for Radith there to make him come back into the game. So watch this video a few times, guys. Watch me playing through it. Watch as I do the actions here. Watch the screen above me here for event after event and what the status is for all those events happening and the order of the events. Let's go back over here really quickly to show you one more time. Radith here. So page 3, he comes back. Okay? So let me show you guys here. Okay, so page 3, the conditions is the switch at number 3 is on. Okay? Can I join now? You'll be back. There's a branch control. Radith is added back. His message. Switch number 4 is to take him away from the map after he's added. Stop wasting my time. Perfect. Cool. And then switch number 4 here. Of course, is to take him away from the page. Okay? One more time, we'll look at Julia here. All right, look at her event content really quick. There we go. So replacing, she gets added. Excellent. Okay. Switch 2, switch 3. Make sure you guys understand this too. See switch 3 here. Okay, that switch is pretty much for Radith over here. There we go. So once that takes place on Julia's page, switch 3, this page condition then starts because the condition's met, switch 3 is on. So let me show you step by step here so you guys understand. Hopefully you're getting this, okay? I apologize if you're not getting it. I really do hope you're understanding this for me because it's kind of hard to explain. Trial and error is probably the best medicine when learning this type of game. All right, here we go. So edit here. All right, so again, this is the rejoining of the members' party, right? So event content. Okay, so let's go through all the actions here. Her message says, hello, I'm ready to join. Yes or no branch control. In the case of yes, Radith is replaced. Julie is added. Excellent. She says, excellent. You won't regret it. Cool. All right. And the switch turns her off so she won't be on the map any longer. Radith says, hey, thanks for nothing. Now we have a switch entered in here. It seems random, but it's not. This switch has to be in her status on the yes section. So when the members switches each other out, that will activate this switch for the last part. We can go back to Radith then. On his second page, or his third page here, the page condition switch number 3. So once all of that happens and the substitution takes place with Julia, the switch 3 is activated, and that activates this page for this event again. He's back on the map for switch 3, event content, and then he gets added back. Switch 4 will turn him off from the map, and there you go. So one more time, we'll test through everything here for you guys. This is kind of a lengthy episode, but hopefully you can see how all of this works. Maybe workarounds for this too. So if you guys figure out different ways with the variables, other switches too, to make this work, let me know. But this is how I did it in my game. So here we go. Watch up here. Watch event execute log. Yes. So this is the basic substitution. See an order here of the events. Okay. So that's done. He's no longer there. We substituted a party member. Pretty cool. And of course, you guys learned last time how to get a person added to your party. This is substitution. Last but not least, let's play the rejoining of our party today. I'm kind of repeating myself here, but I just want to kind of emphasize what's happening here and go through it detailed, step by step for you guys. All right. So watching the log above me. Cool. So that switches on. Remember, guys, switch 3 for the yes answer, right? Cool. So switch 3, and then he's back. And switch 4 turns him off, and there we go. All right, guys, a little bit of a lengthy video, but hopefully this answers some of your questions. Some of the questions that you guys have about variables, I don't quite know yet. I'm still learning and tweaking and testing things out. So if you guys know, certainly do help each other with the comments and the questions that we have below all of our videos. I really appreciate it. And keep them coming. Make sure you guys blast the like button for me. Stay tuned for more RPG Maker Fes videos on the channel soon. I'm Eddy Ray for NintendoChitChat.com. See you guys next time.